The Jenks Agricultural Education Program is one of the few 3 ag teacher programs in the state of Oklahoma. There's only a handful of those. By having 3 teachers, that really allows us to offer our students a wide variety of courses. We've got our traditional introductory level courses for our 8th graders and our 9th graders, but we also are able to offer just about all the same upper level courses that you might find in a single teacher or 2 teacher program. And that allows our ag teachers to specialize and maybe focus on their strengths a little bit. We feel really blessed to be able to have really experienced teacher in Mr. Randy Cook. His knowledge in the agricultural mechanics class as well as in the animal sciences is frankly, and maybe a little bit of a biased opinion, second to none. He's got a very unique perspective that he's able to offer the students in Jenks. And it's not all about welding. He does a wide variety of things in the shop, everything from leatherworking to woodworking. He does some masonry things, electricity, hydraulics, you name it. He makes sure that kids have a well-rounded experience in those classes. And that's really translated over to what I'm able to do at the middle school. This past year, we just finished a $6 million wing addition at the middle school, and a portion of that has a new shop environment, a laboratory that I'm able to utilize with my 8th grade students. These students are going to get to do a little bit of welding, since that typically is a big draw, but they are also going to get to just do a wide variety of lab experiences. Like one of my first things I did with them last year, once we got the shop up and running, was we made plumbing ponies, and so students got to put together some PVC pipe pieces and make sure everything fits and doesn't leak. So we're able to do a wide variety of things. Just because we're a large school doesn't mean we stray away from ag mechanics. As an example, students want to have a hands-on learning experience, and so we're able to do all sorts of great things. And then everything from what Mrs. Tillinghast is able to specialize in with horticulture and ag communications, we just get to do a wide variety of things with having 3 teachers, and I think that's pretty unique.
So here at Jenks, the students I have in horticulture are able to experience a wide variety of topics when it comes to the horticulture industry. We have a greenhouse, so they're able to experience the nursery and how to operate a greenhouse, and then we're also able to experience floral design and the floral industry as well. Within the greenhouse, they're able to do plant propagation. We talk about how to run a greenhouse, the watering system, things of that nature. And then in class, we do a lot of book work per se, but learning about the horticulture industry as a whole. The Floriculture CDE contest is one that Jenks is kind of known for. We've had a lot of success the past couple of years, and this past year, the team was able to compete at nationals. We ended up placing 4th overall as a team, which for Oklahoma has been the highest floral team has placed. It's a lot of hard work. The kids that I had on that team were awesome. They put a lot of hours into studying, whether it was plant ID, pest ID, or the different practicums that they had to do, whether it be a news release that they had to do within horticulture industry, arrangements, interviews, things of that nature. And so they did an amazing job, and I'm extremely proud of them for that. So this year, students within Jenks FFA were given the opportunity to take ag communications as one of their classes. This is the first time in a few years that we've offered that, but students enrolled in the class were able to learn more about photography and how to create videos, as well as writing press releases, giving speeches, and things that will end up helping them in the future when it comes to communications, but as well as public speaking. We were given the opportunity and given a grant for new cameras and new computers for a lot of this to be possible. So students were able to do a lot of photography around campus as well as outside of campus, and then put those to use, whether it was a news release or a newsletter, as well as doing videos for the chapter.
I think I can speak for all three of us ag teachers to be able to say that we feel really blessed to have the support that we do here at the school level. We've got district administrators who have kids in our program. We've got site principals. We've got assistant principals. We've got teachers who all have kids that are in our program. We're just very thankful to have a growing support group for what we do in ag education and through FFA. And one of the ways that we have been very thankful lately is the creation of the Jenks Agricultural Science Facility. And sure, when you first look at it, it definitely looks like a school farm. It looks like probably a traditional ag programs location that students are housing their show projects. And right now that pretty much is what it is. But we're very thankful to have a large area of land. I believe it's somewhere between 30 and 40 acres that we're able to utilize both from housing show animals, but our hope over the next several years is to expand it to make it a true ag science facility, something where we can give students an opportunity to learn about production agriculture. Maybe it's how to work cattle, or maybe it's creating some type of school garden of sorts. Maybe it's somewhere we can do research. Lots of different things are kind of going through our minds as an ag education department on ways to best utilize this facility. Just the barn itself, the brand new barn, and everything that they did in terms of fencing it in and putting the concrete down for the parking lot and whatnot. That was almost a $1 million project, and so we're very thankful to have the community support that we do. Every year we continue to add more pins through private donations, individuals who are very confident in what we are doing as a program and want to be a part of it, both from a participation side of things, but then also at times giving us some money to operate off of. And so we're really glad to have this ag science facility where our growing number of students who have show projects can house these animals, but then also what the future is going to hold in terms of what we're going to be able to do at this location. At Jenks, we have a very diverse student population. Every year we're becoming more and more diverse, not only as a school district, but then also in our agricultural education program. Our numbers continue to climb. Right now we're sitting at a little over 220 students altogether. I think going into next year we're projected closer to 240. And so we're able to do some really cool things with a wide variety of students. Many of our students have frankly not been around an agricultural environment. Maybe their only experience is driving down the road and maybe seeing cattle on one side of the road, or maybe seeing some different crops growing during family vacations, or whatever it might be. The thing is that we're just trying to give all students, no matter what their background is, an opportunity to learn about an industry that, if you take it out of the equation, the world as we know it certainly doesn't look like anything that's going to allow us to succeed in the future, especially as we start thinking about how we're going to feed this growing population. In our program, we've got students from all walks of life, urban, suburban. We have a handful of students that spent much of their life in a rural setting. And so diversity is extremely important for us. We've got a very diverse group of leaders, both males and females. We've got students who just take on different responsibilities in different ways. And so we're able to, in our program, give lots of experiences that hopefully are going to stick with them throughout the rest of their life. With the Jenks Ag Education Program, we're constantly trying to find new ways to expand our program, not only in terms of the technology that we have, but just simply thinking outside the box. One thing that we've added over the past several years, it was kind of the thought process of one of our site principals, is a international program that we call JMS Global. It's for 8th grade ag education students who go through an application and interview process to travel internationally and get to experience agriculture abroad. For example, the past 2 years that this program has existed, I've been lucky to take students to Central Europe, kind of around the Czech Republic, Poland area, and then also most recently to Greece. In February, we're hoping to travel to Japan, and so that's something that we're thinking about. And with that, it kind of goes along with my last little bit of advice I would give incoming high school seniors who want to be ag education teachers, is that there's a wide variety of things that you're going to hear from your ag teachers and from others about how to be successful. And I really think if you focus on doing everything you can to provide your students with learning opportunities that are not just status quo and within the box or within the realm of possibility, think outside the box. Think about what you can do that is going to be memorable for them. And for many students, it's the simple things. So don't forget about those, but also don't be afraid to think about what are the possibilities for what I have available in my community. Think about those community connections. Think about the resources that your school has. And don't necessarily let those be a limiting factor. Don't be afraid to reach out across the state, reach out across the nation. Ultimately, when you look back at your time as an ag education teacher, the hope is you're going to be able to see that you did everything possible to make the experiences your students have memorable and last a life.